You walked out to check on your seedlings this morning, same as any other day, and something stopped you cold. The little green babies you have been nursing along for weeks are not green anymore. They are turning purple. Not all of them. Maybe just the edges of the leaves. Maybe the whole stem has gone the color of a bruise. And you are standing there thinking, did I do something wrong? Is everything dead? Should I start over? Hold on. Do not pull a single thing out of that pot. Because I am about to tell you something that most gardening channels will give you a 2-sentence answer to, and then move on. But not here. Today we are going to walk all the way through this together, because what is happening to your seedlings is actually one of the most fascinating things a plant can do. And once you understand it, you will never panic about purple seedlings again. Here is something most people get backwards. They see purple leaves and think the plant is sick. But purple in a seedling is not always a cry for help. Sometimes it is the plant doing exactly what it was designed to do. Plants make color for a reason. The purple or reddish tinge you are seeing comes from something called anthocyanin. Think of it like the plant's own sunscreen. When a seedling feels stressed, whether from too much light, cold temperatures, or not enough of a certain nutrient, it produces this pigment to protect itself. It is the plant saying, something has changed in my world and I am handling it. Now that word stress sounds alarming. But in gardening, stress is not always bad. A little stress can actually make a plant tougher, more resilient, and yes, more productive. The challenge for us as gardeners is learning to read what kind of stress we are dealing with. Is it the kind the plant can handle on its own? Or is it the kind that needs our help? There are 4 main reasons seedlings turn purple, and I am going to take you through each one slowly and clearly. By the time we get to the end of this, you will know exactly which one is happening in your garden and precisely what to do about it. The most common reason you will see purple seedlings, especially early in the season, is cold. And this one catches a lot of gardeners off guard because it does not have to be freezing. Does not even have to be frost. We are talking about chilly nights, cold windowsills, early mornings when the temperature dips lower than you expect. When a seedling sits in cool soil or breathes cool air, something happens inside its roots. The plant cannot move phosphorus up from the soil as efficiently as it needs to. And when phosphorus gets stuck at the bottom and cannot travel up to feed the leaves and stems, the plant responds by making anthocyanin. That purple color is actually your seedling's way of saying, I am a little chilly and I cannot get to my food. Here is something interesting about this. A lot of gardeners, especially those of us who have been doing this for decades, know that tomatoes hate the cold. But we might not connect the purple we are seeing on our tomato seedlings to that chill from 3 nights ago. The plant remembers. Even when the daytime is warm now, the effect of that cold snap can linger in the leaves for days. So what do? The first thing is to check where your seedlings are sitting. If they are near a window, feel the glass at night. Glass loses heat fast, and the air right next to it can be several degrees colder than the rest of the room. Move your trays at least a foot away from the window after sundown. If your seedlings are outside, even in a cold frame or a sheltered spot, bring them in when the night temperature drops below 50 degrees Fahrenheit. That is the magic number for most seedlings. Below that, the roots struggle to work properly. Another trick, and this one is wonderfully old-fashioned, is to set your seed trays on top of a seedling heat mat. These are not expensive and they do not use much electricity. They just keep the root zone warm. And warm roots mean a seedling that can actually access its food, which means the purple fades within a week. Now let us talk about feeding. Or rather, not feeding enough. Specifically, phosphorus. Phosphorus is one of those words that sounds very scientific, but the job it does in a plant is actually very simple to understand. Phosphorus is the nutrient that helps a plant grow roots, set flowers, and build energy. It is one of the big 3 in any fertilizer, the P and NPK. And when a seedling does not have enough of it, you will see that purple. Here is where it gets interesting. Most seed starting mixes, the kind you buy in a bag at the garden center, are actually designed to be almost nutrient-free. Manufacturers do this on purpose because seeds come with their own food supply inside them. They do not need much to sprout. But once those first true leaves start to appear, the seedling has used up its starter supply and it is now completely dependent on you to feed it. If you are growing in seed starting mix and you have not started feeding yet, and your seedlings are more than 2 weeks old with their first true leaves showing, that purple you are seeing is almost certainly a phosphorus hunger signal. So here is what you do. Get yourself a liquid fertilizer that is balanced or slightly higher in the middle number. Remember, the middle number on any fertilizer label is the phosphorus. Something like a 5-10-5 or even a balanced October 10th, 10 diluted to half strength is perfect. You do not want to overwhelm a young seedling with a full dose of anything. Half strength once a week is the approach that works. Now there is one more thing I want you to be aware of here. If your seedlings are sitting in soil that is waterlogged or very compacted, they can show phosphorus deficiency, even when there is plenty of phosphorus available. The roots simply cannot take it up through waterlogged soil. So if you are already feeding and still seeing purple, check your drainage. Pick up the tray and see if water runs out freely from the bottom. If it pools and sits, your seedlings are essentially drowning in food they cannot reach. When a seedling gets blasted with bright, direct sun, especially in early spring when the light is strong but the air is still cold, it makes anthocyanin as a kind of filter. Think of it as the plant squinting. The pigment absorbs and deflects some of the light energy before it can overwhelm the leaf tissue. You will often see this in seedlings that are on a south-facing windowsill in late winter or early spring. The light is beautiful and bright and you think you are doing them a favor. And you mostly are. But if the window glass is cold and the light is intense, the combination can push the seedling into that protective purple mode. The good news is that this type of purple is almost always temporary. As the seedling grows stronger and the temperatures stabilize, it will outgrow it on its own. You do not necessarily need to move your seedlings out of a south window. What you can do is just be aware that the purple is a normal response to a temporary condition. However, if your seedlings are stretching and reaching toward the light at the same time as they are going purple, that is a signal they actually need more light, not less. Stretching means they are hungry for it. In that case, consider adding a simple grow light positioned a few inches above the seedlings for an extra 4 to 6 hours a day. You do not need anything fancy. Even a basic LED shop light on a timer does a remarkable job. Certain plant varieties are naturally purple or have purple stems and undersides as part of their genetic makeup. Basil is a great example. Many basil varieties have purple pigment throughout the plant from the very beginning. Purple kale and red cabbage seedlings will show deep purple coloring as soon as they germinate. Even some tomato varieties have been bred for purple stems and leaves. If you started seeds from a packet you have not grown before, flip the packet over and read the variety description. Look for words like deep green foliage, burgundy stems, or anthocyanin-rich. These are all clues that what you are seeing is not a problem at all. It is just what that plant looks like. There is something wonderful about this particular reason, because it means sometimes the unusual thing you are worried about is actually the plant working exactly as nature designed it. The purple is the feature, not the flaw. Alright, so now you know the 4 reasons: cold, nutrient deficiency, light response, and genetics. But how do you figure out which one is your seedling's story? Here is a simple way to think through it. Start with your timing. When did the purple appear? If it showed up after a cold night or a temperature drop, cold is your most likely answer. If it appeared a few weeks after germination when the seedlings were growing well, and then suddenly changed color, phosphorus deficiency is almost certainly your culprit. Next, look at where the purple is. If the purple is mainly on the underside of leaves and the stems, that is a classic phosphorus deficiency pattern. If the whole seedling has a reddish-purple wash across the top surfaces of the leaves as well, cold stress or light response is more likely. If the purple is vibrant, even and consistent across every single plant in the tray from the very beginning, you are probably looking at genetics. Finally, feel the soil. Is it cold and wet? That points to both cold stress and nutrient lockout at the same time. Is it dry? That can also cause nutrient stress because nutrients need water to move through soil. Consistency in watering matters enormously with seedlings. Let us pull all of this together into something you can actually do this week. First, move your seedlings somewhere warmer at night. Even 1 degree makes a difference to young roots. Second, if your seedlings are more than 2 weeks old and in a nutrient-light seed starting mix, start feeding with a diluted liquid fertilizer this week. Third, make sure your trays drain properly. Lift them up and check. Good drainage is non-negotiable for healthy seedlings. Fourth, give them the best light you can. South-facing window during the day, and if they are stretching, add a simple grow light. And fifth, before you worry at all, read your seed packet. The purple might simply be who your plant is. These are not complicated steps. They are small, calm adjustments made by someone who understands their plants. And that is exactly what you are. Here is what I want you to take away from today. A purple seedling is not a lost seedling. It is a talking seedling. It is a plant that is communicating with you in the only language it has: color, shape, and texture. Once you learn to read that language, gardening stops being a guessing game and starts feeling like a real conversation between you and the living things in your care. You have been gardening long enough to know that every season teaches you something. This is one of those lessons. And now that you know what purple means, you will never look at your seedlings the same way again. If this helped you today, do one thing before you go. Hit the like button and leave a comment below telling me what seedlings you are growing right now. Until next time, take it easy, take it slow, and enjoy every single moment in that garden of yours. See you in the next video.